Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. As you can see behind me, it's a big box haul time again for huge boxes from Lego.com. Two of them actually contain Bricklink designer program sets then. The other two are just general orders from Lego.com. And the smaller box at the top, that's an auction haul that I actually won last week and was actually delivered today. So it's literally just arrived today. So I'm looking forward to getting in that. Just a couple of things I want to mention first of all. Just a big shout out to Trevor from Trevor's Videos. I met him and his son Tom at the Bricktastic in Manchester the weekend before last. He's always commented on my videos and he's got a really good channel himself. He very kindly gave me this keyring brick here with Trevor's videos on there, and this is what his channel looks like. I'll leave a link in the description. I said he does reviews. He did like a thing of Bricktastic, but he also does a lot of stop motion as well. I know he spends an awful lot of time doing those videos and they're really good, so do check them out if you can. Also wanted to mention about some of the brick shows that I'm doing for 2025. I did a list in a previous video, but a couple of things have changed from that. Literally today, Brick Festival have announced that they've moved yet again, unfortunately, the date of their Southampton Brick Festival. It was originally for Saturday the 3rd of May. They changed the date and now they've moved it back again, so it is back on now, Saturday the 3rd of May. So if you're in and around the Southampton area and have got tickets for Brick Festival, I will be there as a trader, but just to make you aware, check out their Facebook page or their website because they have changed the date again. But a big shout out as well to Tyrone from Snoop Loves Bricks, because he has very kindly invited me to his Hampshire Brick event, which is going to be held at the larger venue. This is the Porchester Community Hall or Community Centre, and this is on Saturday, October the 25th. I know it's a long way away, but I just wanted to mention it again. I'll leave a link in the description to his Facebook page and website so you can check that out. There's going to be a few other sellers there as well at this particular event. I know Tyrone's going to bring some of his older sets as well. I'm hopefully going to do a couple of smaller displays. I know I don't normally do displays, but I'll bring some maybe some unusual older sets that I've built myself and bring those to the show. And I know that Fred from Hillian's Bricks will be there as well. So looking forward to that. So that's got all of that out of the way. Let's get into this haul. I'm going to start with the biggest box first of all, which is one of the Bricklink orders. On to the first box then. This actually came with one of the flaps loose already, so I'm hoping that the Lego that's inside is okay. Let's put this off. Okay, so I'm hoping the sets inside are okay. They look okay. It's obviously on the side, but I think you get an idea of what the set is. Actually two of the same set in here, and this was the big set from Series 3 of the Bricklink designer program. This is the Mountain Fortress, I think this is called. Have we got a set number for this? Oh, there it is. I've got the set the wrong way round. This is the back of the box. Of course, it's the wrong way round. There we go. That's better. Set number is 910043. The Forest Stronghold, it's called, this one. Nice set, this. I like how you sort of got these two separate bills with a bridge in the middle. Quite an expensive set, though. It was $249.99, so it is a big set. One thing if you don't know about these Bricklink program sets, they are a Lego set, so they've got the Lego logo on the top there, but they're made by other sort of fans of Lego. Basically, they design them, they go through a sort of vetting process. The top 5 get made into sets, and this was a set that I think I ordered back in I'd like to say about September, October of last year, and then they crowdfund them and then they send them out when they're all done. I think what's quite nice, I like a lot of these medieval sets, and they do tend to be quite popular. As to whether I'll probably sell both of these on, actually. I'm not really sure whether I'm going to build either of these. They do look very nice though, but I don't really have a place to display a lot of castle sets, but I just think this is a very nice set. I'm just going to sort of zoom in on the box so you can get an idea of what that looks like. The downside about these sets is they don't come with physical instructions. You can obviously get instructions online for these, but I do myself prefer physical instructions. I'm old school when it comes to things like that. Just having a quick check of both of the boxes. Got a little bit of a mark in the top corner on that one there. I don't know whether you can even see that maybe in the light. There you go, a little bit of a crease, but that's neither here nor there. But they are very big sets. Oh, we got a little bit of marking on that corner as well. Look at that, that's not so good. I did wonder, because they were sort of loose in this box, as to how they would withstand. That's slightly disappointing as well, because that is the front of the box. So little bit of damage on there, which is slightly annoying, especially for a £250 set. It's a lot of money to spend. And I can't really send them. You can't really send these Bricklink sets back either, just because you know, they don't make any more. I mean, I could send it back, say it was damaged, and get the money back, but I'm fine. I'll hang on to them. You know, they are what they are, and I'll just have to deal with that. So let me just pop those there. They are very, very big sets. I'm very impressed with those. So let's get into another box. Let's get into this one here. This is really heavy. Oh goodness me. Let's get it the right way around first of all. So let's get into this and see what is in here. Right, so we actually have the rest of the designer program sets that I ordered in this particular wave. The first set is this nice little set here. And this is, what's it called? It's called the Camping Adventure 910042 is the set number. Again, like the other set, a little bit easier to handle this one. You've got the Lego logo at the top, and it's just a nice little scene here with a caravan. You've got a couple of people toasting marshmallows by a fire. You've got sort of the plinth that it stands on, a little autumn tree there with butterflies and things in. So just quite a nice little set. I do like this. It's not particularly heavy, but yeah, it's 669 pieces. The price of this was £45, £44.99 here in the UK. And again, these don't come with instructions, unfortunately, but still quite a nice little build. I do like things like caravans and things like that. I think they're very, very nice. I think this and the Forest Stronghold, both of those sets sold out within the first day. So you could order 2 of each of all of these sets. So for those 2 sets, I did order 2 each, like I did with the Forest Stronghold as well. So I've got 2 each of those little camping adventure things. They're very, very nice. Hopefully they will sell quite well at upcoming Lego shows that I'm in. We've got a couple of other sets in here as well. Let's get the first one out. Wow, okay, it's quite another big set. Look at this. So this is the Harbour Master's Office 910040. And again, I like this set. It gives me sort of vibes of the old fishing store. If you remember that Lego Idea set from a few years ago, this has got similar vibes to it from what I can gather. And again, I do quite like this now. The price of this one, I think this was £160, £159.99, so quite an expensive set again. I think the problem with some of these Bricklink program sets is it's always the bigger sets that tend to get crowdfunded, and as nice as that is, I think it is nice to have some smaller, cheaper sets as well, because you know, not everybody's going to want to spend £160 plus on a sort of a big set like this, but it is a very, very nice looking set. Lots going on there, and yeah, I think it's a very nice looking build. I only bought 1 of these, and it took a couple of days, I think, to sell out this one from what I remember, but I get a few minifigures in there as well. You even get a little deep sea diver right at the bottom, where you can see him just there where my fingers are, and a few things happening underneath the sea as well. So yeah, it's quite a nice build. And what I can see here, which I've just sort of noticed myself, everything is on stilt. So this sort of whole area underneath the Harbour Master's Office is under the sea, which is why the boat is sort of on a little clear plinth there as well. So you've got fish and all sorts of things happening underneath, which of course is why you've got the diver there. So I've just noticed that. So there we go. So nice to set that one there. Let me just pop that behind there. And I think we've got one more in here. Yes, we do. Right, and this is the final set from this box, and it's the Art of Chocolate. And this is a really nice looking building. This is slightly on the more expensive side. It's £189.99 here in the UK. 910039 is the set number. Again, I only bought 1 of these. There's very much sort of Christmassy vibes going on with this. You get quite a few minifigures. You can see you've even got a couple of figures at the front here. A little squirrel there as well. And I think from memory this does open out. So it's quite a nice design on this particular one, where you can open the back of the box and sort of play inside. And there's all sorts of things going on there. there. Let me just sort of show you what is happening in there. I think you've obviously got areas where you make the chocolate, a little shop there as well. There's a little chef at the top. So yeah, interesting set this. I quite like this one. Again, I did only buy one of these particular sets because, again, this whole order here, you've got £500 for the 2 Mountain Fortress, 190 there, you've got 160 there, and then 2 lots of 45. So that soon mounts up to quite a hefty bill. There was a 5th set within this particular wave. I think it was called the Lost Isle. Didn't like that set at all. I thought it was okay, it looked nice, but nothing that I'd be wanting to spend on a lot of money for, and they're quite an expensive set as well. These Bricklink sets, I kind of did buy them pretty much to sell on at shows. And even I've noticed that they're not really increasing that much in value. So these are probably sets I'm probably going to sell on quite quickly if I can, just because I don't think there's any point in hanging on to them too much. I think there may be a market in years to come because they do only make 30,000 of these worldwide. But again, a lot of people don't know about the Bricklink Designer Program, so maybe put off the fact they don't have instructions, physical instructions. So I probably will be selling these sets on fairly soon. So if you are coming to an upcoming show of mine, keep an eye out for these because I'm probably going to be taking them with me. Right, I've got a couple more big Lego boxes to get into. Need to move a few things and create a little bit of space for myself first. Right, I've put the larger sets behind me there, and I've got the new big box on here. So I need to get this open. Where's my knife? There's my knife. I'm actually opening this box upside down because these larger Lego boxes have got the seams on the bottom. So rather than rip those tabs off, which are always a bit of a pain, I find it easy just to slice open the box from the bottom side. Right, let's get the big set out first of all. Let's hope I haven't damaged the other sets underneath. There we go, right. Goodness me, this is a big set. Didn't realise it was this big actually. This is a Harry Potter set. Goodness, it's very, very heavy. Let's see how long I can hold this for. This is the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition, set number 76391. I think the main part of this, obviously, is you get Hedwig the Owl, and he's standing on a load of sort of books and potions, and there's wands in there, there's glasses in there, there's all sorts of stuff going on. It is a set that's due to retire at the end of this year. It is a set that's quite expensive as well. It's £260. Let's try not to get any light shining. There we go. It's £260, so it is quite an expensive set for what you get. Yeah, I haven't got any of these yet. I might get a couple more of these. Now, one of the reasons why I bought this was there was a special deal that was on Hot Deals, I think .co.uk. I don't think it's available anymore. And it was spend over £200 and it takes about 3 months to get them. But if you spent over £200, that's after or before VAT, should I say, or after VAT, however that works. So basically you had to spend £244 because VAT is 20%. You've got, or I will get, hopefully, fingers crossed, a £60 Lego.com Amazon voucher, if that makes sense. So it's a Lego gift card that I have to buy from Amazon, but it's for Lego, if that makes sense. So if that works, that's a really, really good thing to have because it means I can use that extra £60 on buying other Lego sets. It did obviously mean I had to buy a big set here. This set is available, I think, from another retailer here in the UK, so I probably could get it cheaper if I wanted to. Just to soften the blow a little bit, I did actually use £10 worth of my insider points, so my order for this, even though it's $260 recommended retail, I paid $250 for it. So I paid $250 for it, and hopefully I'll get my £60 sort of voucher within about 3 or 4 months' time. So fingers crossed that works. But on top of that, there were a couple of promos. So Lego.com had their own promo, and it was this. This is a set that's been out many times before. This is the third time this has been out. The Moving Truck 40586 is a set number. I think it was on spends of over £160, £180 maybe. So I qualified for that automatically because I'd spent £260. But there was also another voucher code, and I think this was from Brick Fanatics, and it was for this set here. Again, you had to spend over, I think, 20, I think, was the threshold, but it's 40601, the Majesto's Magical Workshop. Again, this is a set that's been out as a promo before. I do actually really like this, and I've got, or had a few of these, and I sold them all at fairs and festivals, but I think I'm going to hang on to one this time because I do quite like a lot of these sort of medieval sets and things like that, and I'm sort of selling them on and sort of regretting selling them. So I'm pleased to get myself another one of those. I probably will keep that maybe sealed for a while and maybe build it at a later date. So, although, yes, I did spend a lot of money on getting the big Harry Potter set, which I'll just turn around so you can see. There we go. Pop that up there. Obviously I had that voucher as well, which is a good thing to get. Hope it does work. These things normally do. You'll just suddenly randomly get an email for these saying, oh, your voucher's ready. I just thought it was a good opportunity to get a big set that I was going to get anyway that's due to retire. A couple of gifts with purchase. Obviously I get my Lego Insider points, which is 5% in points to be using at a later date as well. And I say those couple of promos just sort of made it worthwhile. I mean, both of them really only sell for sort of 25, 30-ish pounds at shows and things, but they're definitely worth having, even though I'm probably going to keep that one there. So yeah, so that was the first of those orders, and because I thought it was such a good order, I did actually place another order with Lego.com as well, because I just thought it was worth it to get another one of those £60 vouchers. I did have to use a different email, which is maybe a little bit naughty, but hey ho, I know a lot of people do it. There we go, let's just move that there. Let's get my knife again. I'm going to open this from this end so I don't crush any of the sets inside. Right, ooh, okay, so that's interesting. We've got a ready-to-ship box inside of there. We'll get that open in a second. But pretty much like the last order, again, I got the two promo sets as well, one from Lego.com and one using a code from Brick Fanatics. So we got one each of those. Let's move this huge box out of the way, and let's get into this ready-to-ship box. There's a couple of tabs at the bottom here. Should be a little bit easier to manage. There we go, and it's the right way up for once. Hooray! And it's this beautiful set here. It's the Orient Express. Set number is 21344. This is another set which was £260 recommended retail price, so it worked perfectly with all the other offers and deals I was getting at the time. Again, I used another £10 of my insider points just to soften the blow slightly, so I actually paid £250 for this. And again, it is another set that's due to retire at the end of this year. This is an ideas set, actually. I think this will do very well once it retires. Yes, it's a very expensive set at £260 recommended retail, but trains always do well. Orient Express is very iconic. Steam trains do particularly well, so I think this has got a lot of things going for it. I say the only downside really is the price, just because it is quite high in the first place. So you know, when you are sort of selling sets on in 2 or 3 years' time, the price of this will hopefully go up, but it's whether you can get too many people interested, because it is quite an expensive price. But I think there's a lot of things going for this set, and to get that £60 voucher hopefully on top of that, and a couple of the promo sets as well, I definitely think that was worth it. So pretty pleased with all of that. Right, I've got one more box to get into, and that's my auction haul, so let's get into it. Right, let's get into it then. So this came, as I say, today. What was interesting, this is an auction house I've never actually used before. I know a lot of people ask me, oh, which auction houses do you use? I don't really like to divulge, just because obviously that means if I tell everybody which auction houses I use, everybody else will be looking at them as well. So that's one that I do tell people that they do need to do their own research. However, so it's interesting that there was a really sort of good auction. It was mainly on Star Wars sets. I did place quite a few bids, and again I was quite savvy and I put maximum bids on. I did lose a couple of the bids by a couple of pounds. They had a slightly different price structure and bidding system than other auction houses I've used in the past. So maybe I fell foul of that a little bit. So a little bit disappointed I didn't win more than I did. But the good news is they actually managed to send everything out and post and pack it for £10. So literally this box cost me £10. I know in the past I've paid quite a lot of money for post and packing. So I had 2 lots that I won. The first lot contained 3 Lego sets, which are these ones here. They're all Star Wars, and I'll get them out of the wrappers in a moment. I actually paid, my hammer price on both lots was £50. Oh, okay, where's the other set? I'm missing some stuff. Hang on a second while I panic. There should be some other sets in there, and there's not. So I've only got half my order. Oh no! I'll have to contact them and let them know that there's some sets missing. So hopefully they'll send those out for free for me. Let me just check the paper at the bottom. Oh, panic over. There it is. There's the other bag there. Phew, I was getting a bit panicky there, could you tell? Right, so I've got all my orders. There were just poly bags in the other one, so we'll get to that in a second. So let's have a quick look at some of these sets then, because again, I was bidding on quite a few things. I didn't really pay that much attention to what I was getting. Very nicely wrapped, I have to say. They've not used any sellotape or anything, but we have this set here. Wow. To say the quality of the box is pretty good. 75225. This is called Elite Praetorian Guard, I think, is that right? I do apologise, my pronunciation on these is always awful. When is this from? 2019? Oh, it's not as old as I thought it was actually, but I think this is quite a sought after set. But I have to say, quality is very, very good of the box. I do worry sometimes because you can't really tell on a lot of the pictures of these auction sites how good the boxes are. But that's quite a nice little set there. So that's the first one. I need to work out what all of these are worth. I did a little bit of maths before I bid on all of these to see what they were worth. And I did sort of make sure there was enough profit in there for me. Another perfect box, goodness. 75226, and this is the Inferno Squad Battle Pack. Probably from a similar time, if I check the date on this one. Yeah, also 2019. What's interesting, the boxes are quite shiny. Nowadays, they don't do these shiny boxes on Lego sets. But yeah, pretty impressed with both of those. I mean, they're both 6 years old. I know that's not a great deal in Lego terms, but they're not too bad. I think most of the money was possibly in this set here. Again, I need to have a look and check what these are selling for on eBay, really, so I know what to sell them on for. But again, the box is amazing. Oh, I'm so pleased. So pleased all the boxes are in very, very good condition. And this is 75229, the Death Star Escape. This is sort of the famous one where you've got Luke on a piece of string, basically, with Leia hanging on, and you've even got a stormtrooper on there as well. This is probably from a similar time. We've got a little bit of a tag there on the back. It was obviously from a supermarket or something. I don't think that'll come on. I think I'll just leave that on there. Slightly annoying, but hey-ho. Where's the year for this? What year is it? 2019 again. So they're all from 2019. So probably I would have liked sets maybe a little bit older. But I think altogether, 3 of those for £50. Now, there was obviously some fees involved. So the whole of my order, so that includes the poly bags, which I haven't got into yet, and all of these 3 sets here, was £133. That's around about £66.50. That includes the post and packing, and I think it was the 23% fees that they had. So the fees at this auction house were slightly less than some of the other auction houses I use as well. But I'm pretty pleased with those. I say, I'm probably not going to make a fortune on any of those, but they're quite nice. They're unusual and different sets to get, probably sets that other people won't have on their stalls. So here is the other set here. Look, lot 105, and we should have 6 poly bags in here. And I wouldn't normally spend a lot of money on poly bags. However, I sort of added up the price of them, and there's a couple of them actually I'm really tempted to open myself, but I'll probably be very, very good and not hang on to them. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 altogether. So the first one, the one that I was most keen to get, was this here, the Blue Milk Luke, I think as it's called. Luke Skywalker with Blue Milk, 30625. These sell for around about £25, I think, on the aftermarket. I think you literally just get the minifigure with a little pot of blue milk. The important thing is there he's got like blue milk around his mouth, where he's been guzzling out of the milk carton. This is from, it's not that old, I don't think, this one. Have we got a year on here? Oh yes, 2020 it says on the back, so it's not that old a set, but yeah, this is what I actually really, really like, so we'll have to wait and see whether I decide to keep this or sell this on. So one of those there. We've also got this one here, so this is set number 401 176 is the set number, and this is unusual. It's a slightly different style of polybag. You can see it's almost sort of like it's been sort of sealed up differently, but it's this I don't know what even this is called. It's the Scarif Stormtrooper on a little display stand there. Let's see if I can find the year of that one. This is from 2017, so a little bit older than the other one, but yeah, I'll need to check the prices of these. I can't remember what these all go for nowadays, but I think that was one of the more sought after ones, so hopefully that one does quite well when I come to selling it on. Okay, on to the next one, and it's this set here, and this I think generally goes for around about the £30-ish mark, and it is the Clone Trooper Lieutenant or Lieutenant. This is from 2013, set number. It's one of these weird ones where they have the set numbers on the back. 5001709 is the set number. Not quite sure why this is so expensive, why it's worth so much, but yeah, I think it was this and the blue milk loot which were kind of the main poly bags, or the main bags within this particular set, which gave most of it its value. So nice to get one of those. Let's hope this is a sought after poly bag. We've got a couple more as well. We've got this one here, which is the Rebel A-Wing pilot. I've had a few of these in the past. I kind of sell these on for less than a tenner really. They're not worth an awful lot, but I've got myself another one of those. That was just sort of an extra one in there. We've got a couple more. They're falling on the floor. We have this one here. This is 30605. This is Finn. This is probably, when is this from? Let's check the date on this one. 2016, so it's got a little bit of age to it. Again, I'm not quite sure what this one is worth, but it's just a nice one to get sort of a different figure, different poly bag. And then the final one is another one which has got a bit of age to it, 2013, similar poly bag to the last one, and this is this one here, which is Han Solo from Hoth. There we've got some him with a Han Solo with some kind of a basket, is it, or a helmet? Is that a basket? Don't know. Anyway, this is set number 5001621. Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting haul to get. So I did bid on quite a few things. I just won the two, which were the 3 box sets and the 6 poly bags. Paid a total of £133. So hopefully, if I get my pricing right for these, I'll be able to sell these on for a little bit of profit at upcoming Lego shows. So that is pretty much it. I think you can pretty much see most of the sets that I've got. I've obviously got quite a few Bricklink sets over there. I've got some of the other sets I got from Lego.com as well. Mostly bigger sets this time, so they take a little bit more storage than some of the smaller sets. But also, I'm really pleased to get that deal. I thought was quite a good one. I say a £60 hopefully cashback, which I can turn into Lego.com vouchers, which I'll get in 3 or 4 months' time. But for that, I was able to get 2 nice big sets and a couple of promos as well, which always helps when you're buying these types of offers and deals. So that is pretty much it. I do hope you enjoyed this Lego haul. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.